Hi, my name is Sherelle Carpenter Harris, and I am a 1993 graduate of Mary Washington College. And I was so elated to receive the message across my email that you were seeking reflections on Dr. James Farmer. I have many fond memories of Dr. Farmer, and I'm just glad to be able to share them with you today. And I must admit that before coming to Mary Washington College, I did not know who Dr. Farmer was. I wasn't familiar with his contributions to the civil rights movement. But all of that changed my freshman year when I took his history class. And I really believe that that opportunity to get to know him and to find out about his contributions to the movement helped to sort of mold and shape who I am today, and are partly the reason why I am so passionate about social justice and civil rights. So, one of the first memories that I wanted to share is just sort of like a fun fact. Um, but whenever I went to his class, he would always have a bag of freshly popped microwave popcorn on his desk. And my friends and I would always joke about it. And we're not sure if he just loved popcorn that much or if it was just a convenient snack for an evening class. But he would always have that popcorn on his desk, and he would always eat it until the very last piece and the very last kernel was gone. So I just wanted to share that. Another memory that I have of Dr. Farmer is sort of self-reflective. Whenever I walked over to the building to attend his class, we would always sort of meet up at the elevator together. And he would always be escorted by the building custodian because of his vision loss, and he just needed assistance walking. And I remember each time I ran into him wondering, and thinking that someone of his status and stature really deserved to have, someone really important escorting him. However, now that I reflect on those memories, I realize that I'm sure that was one of the highlights of that custodian's life. Just to have the opportunity to escort Dr. Farmer, I'm sure he considered that a very, very high privilege. And I'm just in retrospect, I realize that now, although I did not realize it at the time, just how special that moment probably was for that custodian. And then the very last memory that I wanted to share is something that I will always treasure. But when I attended Mary Washington, I was a reporter for The Bullet, and I had the wonderful opportunity to interview Dr. Farmer just about his civil rights involvement and about him being a freedom rider. And I remember that day very vividly that myself and the school photographer for the newspaper, we drove to his home, and his home wasn't too far from campus, but it was located down a long gravel road. And I just remember traveling that road, and it was such a serene and quiet setting. And if I'm not mistaken, it was on the water. But it was just very located in a very nice, quiet area and setting. And when we were invited in, Dr. Farmer was so hospitable. He was so kind and welcoming, and we really had a great interview. He was very down to earth. The questions really flowed well, and again, we just had a great interview with him. A couple weeks later, the article was published in the paper. And then about a year after that, the Bullet actually received a medal through an international newspaper competition. And the competition cited several features from the newspaper that previous year. And one of those features happened to be the piece that I did on Dr. Farmer. And I was just so elated that I was able to make that contribution to the newspaper and that it was recognized. Um, and to this very day, I still have the original clipping from the Bullet of that newspaper article, and I also have the press release on Mary Washington College letterhead. So those are artifacts that I will always treasure and memories that I will always treasure. Thank you for this opportunity to share those memories with you.